Bam! How's it going, guys? Talking vaping. So today's juice review is the first flavor in a line that I was extremely privileged and honored to be able to get for the purpose of this review. They are located in Dorset, England, so it's a huge honor just to be able to do a review for a company that's overseas. But because they are out of the country, things are a little different as far as to what some countries can ship, what they can't, and I'll get into all of that here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and do the vape first. Go ahead and give you a flavor description, whether it fits the profile it's supposed to, show you the clouds off of it, and then I will get into the information on the company and the line itself. So the company, just to give you so you know what we're dealing with, is Jurassic Ejuices. Right there. And the flavor is bubblegum. It's Jurassic Ejuices, actually. But flavor is bubblegum. So we're going to go ahead and know it's a red aluminum bottle. It's not the color of the liquid, just to get that out there. So we'll be going on a fresh wick, as I always try to do for you folks. Quick shout out to USV, the United Society of Vape. They are the makers of the USV L mod. This is the Disco box edition. I did a review on this on my channel. If you haven't had a chance to see it, check it out. It is an up-and-coming company. They are the makers of that mod. And as always, Texas Tough Cotton, my tried and true. Focus. Like it really much. Works really well for me. It's quick and easy, but I do like it a lot because it has little to no break-in time, and that's the main reason why I stand by it, and that's why I like using it, is that you basically get a lot of flavor right off the bat. So we're going to go ahead and pop this open. It does have a safety ring on the underside of the cap, which is actually kind of cool. It's a little different. Most of them you see is the security ring itself, but it is a security cap that you have to bust. And it basically smells like bubblegum. But it doesn't smell like bubblegum. It does not smell like the packaged bubblegum that you purchase in the store. This definitely has a much closer smell to the bubblegum balls that you get out of the machines. Now, I have tried a few that do come off with that flavor, and they do come off with a bit of a chalky, artificial taste to that. So I'm hoping that this might be one that's a little different. I don't know how the chemicals and ingredients and stuff that are used overseas differ. So I'm hoping that maybe this has a bit more of an actual bubblegum flavor than what I am used to. But I will tell you, the smell definitely gives you that bubblegum ball smell, but on a much more accurate smell. It doesn't smell superly fake. It does have a more sugary, fruitier type smell to it. So we're going to go ahead and get this good and soaked. And I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of vapes off of this. Let you know, I will probably do a second drip as well, just to make sure that I'm getting everything out of this that I am supposed to. I just do that to ensure that I do not misinform anybody of anything about the flavor. So as always, I'm vaping at 75 watts, and this is bubblegum from Jurassic Ejuices. That's a little different, and I'll tell you why here in a second. So I'm going to just go ahead and do that quick re-drip that I was talking about, and I just want to make sure that what I'm getting out of this is actually consistent, you know, on a second, third, fourth vape, just to make sure that I'm not saying anything wrong, or that it's not something that, you know, isn't going to be there for the rest of the vape. Okay, so the clouds are pretty solid, which is always a good thing. I'm a big fan of clouds, so even if they're not superly heavily dense, but just the fact that there are clouds and they are pretty abundant there, it's always a plus. Now, what I thought was interesting, this vape has a slight, I would say a cooling effect to it. I don't want to say it's menthol because it's not a super strong. I'm not a fan of menthol at all. This I could actually handle though. But it is a cooling effect. It's not a mint or a menthol. It's just meant to, I believe this is actually supposed to emulate like those giant gumballs that you get out of the spiral type machines, because the first inhale that hits your tongue is basically that sugar coating. As soon as you stick one of those gumballs in your mouth, you get that sugar flavor hit, and it bathes your tongue. This hits that, and then it basically smooths out into a more mellower version of that flavor. The cooling effect, I believe, is supposed to be when you hit the white part of that gum. After that coating disappears, because it doesn't take very long. But once that coating dissipates, and you get the chewing effect into the white part of the gum, there's a slight bit of a cooling type feel to that. At least that I've gotten it a few times myself. I believe this is what that's emulating, and if that's the case, this is probably one of the most dead-on gumball flavor style vapes that I have tried. Now, everybody's got a different taste preference. Everybody has a different sensitivity to flavors, so they may not pick up on it as exact as what I'm trying to describe. But if you've ever had one of those giant gumballs, this is probably one of the most closest representations of that I have discovered. Now, with that said, the behind the scenes on the information on this, one of the things about this being made over in England is that they don't ship these, as far as I'm aware, they don't ship them with nicotine in the bottle. So what I just vaped was a zero nicotine. However, if you do order the flavors with nicotine, they do send you a bottle of nicotine to add to the juice. Now, I'm not very good with the mixing of it, I'll be honest with you, because I've never had to really do it. I'm going to try it with this. I will attempt to do it and see what I figure out as far as a ratio that works for what I vape, and I will do an update video on that separate from the other flavors of this line. Those flavors are also going to be in zero nicotine, and I will remind that in the video, but I will attempt to do this with the nicotine shots just to see how it differs as far as to nicotine in the juices that we vape in the United States. But that's still cool that they do order that. They do send that. So when you do order it, you do get a 10 milliliter bottle of nicotine, because you don't need a whole lot since it's straight nicotine in the bottle. And then you just add the drops into your juice to go with that. But this is, oops, don't want to spill that. This is the bottle itself. That is the label. It has a dinosaur style to it for the Jurassic aspect. The name of the flavor. It does have high VG. It does do the bottle size, which is 30 ml. And as you can see, the nicotine content is crossed out because it is sent from overseas. If it was in England itself, it would have the nicotine included, obviously. And it is a 70-30 mix ratio. Then it does have their little labeling that they do need for overseas. And there is their Jurassic Ejuices gmail.com, and that is how you can contact them directly if you have any inquiries about wanting to purchase this. They do have a site on their version of eBay. It's ebay.co.uk. It's the UK version of eBay. They do have a page set up on there for that. If you just type in Jurassic Ejuices, it'll take you directly to that, and then it has the list of their flavors and then the information behind the scenes about the nicotine and how to get a hold of them with the Jurassic Ejuices at gmail.com. They also have an Instagram page as well, so you can definitely hit them up on that as opposed to the eBay page itself if you want to try to contact them directly. They do answer both fairly quickly, so neither one really is, I would say, is the better choice. The both of them are going to work just as well. But definitely, if you're looking for something interesting, something different, something to try, it's an out of the country juice line, so they're always going to seem a little different. They're always going to have a different type of taste to them, just because of the difference in the ingredients and things that are used as opposed to what we're used to here. But regardless of anything else, you know, it's definitely something unique. It's something different. So definitely look into it if you are interested in trying to find something that isn't commonplace around here, and that isn't something that you've seen on like every shelf of every vape shop. But that's Jurassic Ejuices. It's JurassicEjuices@gmail.com. Like I said, they are on ebay.co.uk, and you can also hit them up on their Instagram page. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I can do myself to help further enhance your vaping experience and make it more enjoyable for you, it's the only reason why I do this. So reach out to me if you have any questions, comments, concerns, a particular video that you'd like to see. I will do everything in my power to make that happen. But until next time, guys, always remember, morning, noon, night doesn't matter. Always truly love yourself. Vape on, vape strong. Have a good one.